Here we are at the Long Barrel roundabout, which is going to be the access for the new Stonehenge Visitor Centre. As you can see, we're having trouble just pulling out of the parking space just by the roundabout. This is the traffic on a Sunday afternoon. Rural countryside on both sides, and obviously with the Stonehenge fort due to close as part of the redevelopment for the visitor centre, this road will be utilised by all those people coming from the east heading in the west direction to get to Stonehenge. This is us heading eastbound, coming up to the rise just before Stonehenge becomes visible on our left hand side. We can see in the distance Stonehenge. Coming to a standstill. The fact that there's two RDCs potentially going to be built, one currently, a Wiseman RDC due to open in November, and this proposed two big sheds, along with one 12 miles further east near Andover, means there's going to be 3 lots of distribution traffic in this area, which is obviously going to cause pollution of various forms around this, the World Heritage Site. The Countess roundabout is about 1.6 miles away from where we are now. We're situated just off that roundabout. There's a little chef and a petrol station. A further 1.3 miles from the Countess roundabout, we come across Solstice Park. Countess roundabout and services are half a mile ahead. This roundabout gets stationary when the traffic is heavy, and has on occasions caused emergency vehicles in the area to be delayed. A lot of the development proposed for Solstice Park was during the time when the road transport network was thinking about upgrading and having a flyover here at the Countess roundabout. However, that has been binned, it's no longer on the cards, and we have to stay with what we've got. Just coming in view now is the old Naffy distribution centre, which is still has space unoccupied some 5-6 years later. There is also Amesbury Transport to the back of it, which has been empty for some time. However, Tesco's have been given permission to actually develop a brownfield site rather than a greenfield site. This is Solstice Park. We have Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, Summerfields and the Holiday Inn. In front of us is a grain storage area, obviously part of this rural community. Up ahead are two buildings that have been built for 4 years and still have no occupants, despite the developers claiming that they have. Further down in front of us, a Wiseman distribution centre I spoke of earlier, which is currently in development. And this on our right hand side is the area where two sheds are going to be built, with a footprint greater than Heathrow Terminal 5 and its satellite buildings, and each shed having a footprint twice the size of Salisbury Cathedral. This is the Wiseman dairy construction site for their distribution centre. As mentioned earlier in the video, we will have 3 regional distribution centres located within a 12-mile radius, all using the road link both east and west. Also on this site there's the NHS ambulance station. Do we really want to see this wonderful chalkland obliterated with 2 monoliths that will scar the landscape for the future? These are the 2 buildings that were built over 4 years ago, and to the right is Solstice Park Project Office, where I can assure you no developers were hurt during the making of this video.